Hello and welcome to the Connection podcast series. We have received news of an agreement between the German materials handling specialist Dücker, who has entered into agreement with the French manufacturer Seemi. And we're delighted to welcome the CEOs of both companies today, Peter Dücker and Xavier Vigneras. And gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Peter, I'd like to come to you first. Obviously, an interesting scenario because in essence, you're both making the same solutions, the same equipment. Tell us a little bit about why this deal started to form in your minds between you and Xavier. So tell us some of the backstory.
Yes, we have a very long relationship, which is very good together. Our both companies with Dücker and Seemi, and Seemi also since many years worked together with us as a sub-supplier for some of our products, and yeah, this working relation was very good, so we felt it is a good fit if we do something more together in the future. Projects are being more and more bigger, and it is sometimes very good if you have more sources that you can put together.
And Xavier, when we look at the development side in the business, for example, the R&D, obviously the bringing together of the two organizations is going to really expand your abilities to develop solutions even faster, right?
Yes, for sure. Thank you for this podcast. Yes, I want to add some things what Peter explained. Yes, we have a very good relationships in many years, and we are subcontractor of Dücker since many years, and our relation is very nice since many years. We are not stronger as Peter, as Dücker company, of course. But as you said about R&D product, we are more, I think, more flexible, and we have enough resource to study each custom solution for customers, and I think we can propose that to the companies of Dücker Group.
And Peter, obviously, you've made it clear that both companies will retain their own identities. So tell us a little bit about the marketing and the positioning of the two businesses moving forward.
Yes, the DNA of the two companies will remain as it is. They both have their strengths, and that should continue in the future. Xavier will stay as president of Seemi, and I will stay as president of Dücker, and we have now the point where we have to do the transition to the next generation of management team. In our company, it is my daughter, which is since some years in the company, and also my son, and we have to do the transition now to the next generation. But of course, to form a group that will give us more possibilities in the future. But the action in the market will be the same as it was in the past.
And Peter, it was very interesting because last year you also made a significant acquisition in the folding carton market. Tell us a little bit about the reasons behind the acquisition of that business.
Yes, we did the acquisition last year with Christian Sipsner in the folding carton market, but also with regards to digital printing. The jogger aerator can be very important, and for the future of our total business, I see that it will be very good for all of us to extend our portfolio into the folding carton market. And of course, for Christian Sipsner, it will be much better now with our sales networks that we have to have a much wider possibilities in the worldwide market.
And Peter, you also made a change within the Dücker Group late last year. You concluded an agreement with BHS in France, but you've obviously invested within that sector of your business, because you've then taken on a dedicated salesman to work in the French market and French-speaking markets. Would it not have just been easier to have sort of said to Seemi, right, Seemi, you take over for us in the French-speaking territories?
Yeah, that would be one possibility. But I must say, BHS has developed very good market for all Dücker brands. That means also the peripheric, pre-feeder, palletizer, robotics, and we took Vincent Tronçon now on board, and he will continue in that way, and he will do the same job in French-speaking market to promote all the Dücker brands and also Clifton Simpson, and I think that will be very important. And Seemi has his name in the market and his DNA, and is very successful and will continue in that way. But especially for all our peripherics, we need to cover the market very good.
And Xavier, a few years ago, you acquired the load point die cutter system, which obviously you've had some good success with. Tell us a little bit about some of the sort of ongoing developments that you've got within the Seemi business, because obviously you're always continuing to grow. I mean, have you got new products coming to market over the coming years?
Yes, today we integrate also with Dücker Group vertical storage, load point, of course, top pallet dispenser, new pallet loader, pallet former. Yes, a lot of product. It depends on the request. Revolving unit. We make a lot of revolving unit. Yes, it depends on the request of our customers. Last year we sold many elevators to grow so we continue, yes, to grow and to develop some devices according to the request of the customers.
And Xavier, there's obviously huge moves at the moment within our industry to the emphasis very much on automation and ensuring that plants are running smoothly. And you mentioned just there about the high rack storage, the high bay storage. Is there starting to be more inquiries for that kind of solution from European box plants?
Yes, I think this is the very important product of the market today. Yes, because the runs are very, very small now. There is no long orders, so customer wants to be able to get each order separately and quickly. And the vertical storage is a good answer to this request of the customers. Yes. So we are not manufacturing, but we are integrated this solution.
Because Peter, I know that you've been actively involved with the high bay systems. I believe you did some work with Pro Group at some of their sheep feeders. From your side as well, are you starting to see interest in these sort of the dark warehouses that people are talking about, fully automating box plants?
Yes, that will be something in the future with regards to the space and also to flexibility. And we also do the systems. We don't manufacture it, but we integrate it. We have the software to do it. And from my point of view, software and data tracking, data analyze, simulation, that will be the most important for the future for our companies.
Yeah, I fully agree. Yes.
Yeah, and Peter, when we start looking at the speeds with which the modern case makers are running, and the modern flexo-rotary die cutters, etc. Obviously, there's been a lot of development in your business on the robotic feeding side. Is that correct?
Yes. Robotic feeding is one point, especially now. Multi-point gluer, the market of multi-point gluer is huge, and palletizing, we have a lot of experience. Feeding, we have a few systems running, and that is very promising. And I think that will be much, much more in the future.
And Xavier, if I come back to you in terms of the market reaction so far, how have your customers been reacting to this great news about the investment that Dücker has made in your business?
Some customers were very surprised, and but I explain to them that we are totally complementary. For a full factory is too big for Seemi, but custom solution it's our main business. And what we want with Dücker Group is to be able to answer to all projects supported by Dücker if necessary. And also from Dücker, they need, I think, perhaps they need Seemi to answer to small projects where it's too difficult for them according to the delivery time to do the project, or small modification, or a fitting in small phases, in several phases. It's our main business. So customers know that, and I guarantee them that we'll continue in this way.
And Xavier, do you feel also that this is the opportunity for Seemi as a brand to maybe expand even further on international markets? I mean, could there be opportunities in North America, for example?
Perhaps you don't know that, but in the past we had a company in the United States, and but we are already not only in France, we are also in Europe and in North Africa. So yes, this is the discussion we have, and we had in the past, and we continue to have with Dücker. Of course, Seemi is not only on the French market, and yes, the target is to grow and to develop our business. Yes, of course.
And Peter, you've been very, very busy over the last couple of years with various acquisitions, and your business has grown significantly over the last the decades. I mean, you look at the acquisition of Corpal, and then the robotics automation in Italy, etc. Then into the folding carton market. You've done the deal with Seemi. So what's next? I mean, there must be something else coming. Can you tell us what you've got planned?
Yeah, I think, of course, next is to build a group of all that. But of course, the most important is my son is now in the business. He is coming from informatics. And what I said before, software will be very important in the future. And we will do a lot of investment in the development of our software in the future, and to support our customers and make them more successful.
Very good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much indeed for joining me today. It's wonderful getting insight from two family businesses who are now successfully joining together. That's absolutely wonderful news. Great to see the next generations coming through as well. And obviously, as a family businessman myself, I appreciate the importance of the sons and daughters coming through. So, gentlemen, I wish you all the best of luck moving forward. And there you go. There's a plan moving forward. So let's keep those materials moving, gentlemen. Thank you so much indeed for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you.